going on YouTube? I am back with another video. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at my most recent PSA submission that I did get back last week. So I wanted to talk about that entire breakdown from the costs associated with PSA, some of the prices that I actually picked up the cards for, and then talk about how much I actually sold all of the cards for. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right into it. I have no idea how long this video is gonna be. I've never really done anything like this. Usually when I do get cards back from PSA, I will list them on eBay or Instagram or possibly sell them at card shows. And that's kind of the end of it. Don't really talk much about it after I do the reveal. So we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully you guys do enjoy. Definitely be sure to let me know down below in the comments. And as always, stay tuned until the end. I do have a giveaway for this video. And also, I haven't really mentioned yet, I am doing giveaways on every video that I post in November. I'm trying to post the previous giveaway winner from the last video at the end of each video. So if you're interested to see if you did win a giveaway, check at the end of the video. So now let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna start the screen recording on my phone. I think that's the easiest way to kind of show all of the cards in the submission, and then you know, talk about what I sold each for. And I do have 5 cards left over from the submission, so I wanna have those ready to go and talk about those. So again, if you missed that PSA reveal, it was a 22 card submission. Every card in the submission was mine. And then I still have 5 cards remaining in my possession. So some of those, 2 of the 5 I will be letting go of, and then 3 of the 5 I do want to keep in my personal collection. So now that we have the screen recording going, we'll go ahead and talk about each card. I'll kind of probably show them pretty briefly. That's actually the middle of the submission, sorry about that. So let's start off with the Jerry Rice. This one was the Topps Composite PSA 10, and this is a perfect example of a card that absolutely had to get a 10 for it to be worth it. The Topps Composite stuff, you know, absolutely tanked in pricing. So honestly kind of got a little bit lucky on some of these that they did get 10s. But anyway, I sold this one. If you guys did see the most recent show video at the local Louisville show, I sold a decent amount of these cards from the submission to Key Cards. Again, huge shout out to him. He was very, very easy to work with. But I did sell him this Jerry Rice. So the price that I sold the Jerry Rice for was $30. And then moving on to the next card, we have a CJ Stroud, again, another one out of Composite. That one did get a 10. We also sold this one for 30. So this one actually was sold on eBay. So I did sell, or I'm sorry, that one was actually sold on Instagram. I think I sold 4 cards on Instagram, 1 or 2 on eBay, and then pretty much the rest of the submission, all the cards that I sold were to Key Cards. So the Stroud was sold on Instagram. And then next card up is, and that one was 30. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, but the next one was a CJ Stroud Voltaic Refractor 10. That one did sell for 45. Next up, we have a CJ Stroud X-Fractor. Was really hoping for a 10 on this one. This was probably the best Stroud I did send in that submission, but it did get a 9, so we let that one go for 25. That one was also sold to someone on Instagram. And then the next one up is an Emmitt Smith out of Composite, number to 20. That one got a 9. We let that one go to Key Cards. He also picked that one up for 30. And then next up, this is one that I actually still have. So we got the Anthony Richardson. That one is the, you know, another one out of Composite, the purple and yellow static. That one got a 10. Unfortunate timing there. I think I got this submission back the day that he actually got benched and was no longer the starter. So we still have that one. And then I'll go ahead and show the other one that we still have. We still have the Wemby Yellow Reactive. So I think I am planning some low-end stocking stuffer packs on Black Friday. Probably gonna throw those 2 in there. They're gonna be super low end, like 25, 30 bucks. So those are good additions for that. So stay tuned for more details on that coming soon. But next up, we do have a Jackson Holiday. This one was also sold on Instagram, and that one was sold for $20. So I sold that one and one of the Strouds that I showed earlier as like a 2-card lot. That one was sold for 20 bucks. Next up, we have the Wemby film study. This one was also picked up by Key Cards, and I did see some comps on this one for right around like $70 to $80. And unfortunately, the weekend right before the show, or actually I guess the day or two before, there were like 3 comps all for like $50 to $60. So I did end up letting that one go for $40, which was a little bit under what I was hoping for. But that is the Wemby Film Study 10. Next up, we got the Scoot Henderson Basketball Refractor. That one did get a 10, and that one we let go for $50, also to Key Cards. And then we got the LeBron. This one was also picked up by Key, and I think we came to a price of $20 on the LeBron 9. And then next up, we have the Burrow. So this was by far the best card of the submission, and this one was also picked up by Key. So this card alone really helped pay for a lot of the submission. This one did luckily get a 10. It's a Joe Burrow Zebra, and super fair price here. We ended up coming to a price of $275 on that one, which I thought was very, very fair. I was honestly hoping if I sold it on eBay, I was hoping to get like $250. So I was very, very happy with $275 on the Burrow. And then we sold the Wemby Elevate Mosaic. This was, I believe, the only card I actually sold on eBay. I sold this one for like $75. So after shipping and fees and all that on eBay, I ended up getting $60 for the Wemby Elevate. And then next up is the yellow reactive. So I do still have that one. You guys just saw that. And then we have the Anthony Edwards Epic Performers Mosaic, also picked up by Key Cards. Sold that one for $25. And then the Wemby Give and Go, I did use that one as a giveaway, so that one was given away. And then surprisingly, Key Cards actually did pick up 2 tennis cards. So I did have a few of the tennis cards I sent in listed on eBay, and he actually picked up the Sabalenka Sapphire 10 and the Andy Murray Green 10. Picked up both of those for $60 total, so $30 each. And then some of the other ones that I am keeping in my collection, you guys have seen the Emma Navarro Green, the Elena Rybakina number /20, and then the Tommy Paul Sapphire Auto. So those are staying with me. Those could potentially, if I were to sell those would obviously add more return on the submission. But so that's a breakdown of everything that I sold, and the total comes to $710 on all the cards that I sold. And the PSA fees for the submission came to $460. Again, it was a 22 card submission. The price per card was $19 a card, and that $460 does include shipping back from PSA. So the PSA fees totaled $460. So you take $710 for everything sold, minus the $460, that leaves you with $250 profit. However, some of these cards I did actually buy. A lot of the cards from the submission I did actually pull out of boxes myself, or I got in breaks, one or the other. So it's really, honestly, almost impossible to kind of determine the cost of the cards. If you pick up a select blaster back here for like $30, $35, and you pull the Joe Burrow Zebra, what did that card actually cost? It's almost impossible to kind of determine that. So any card that I pulled out of a box or got in a break, I just said the cost was $0, it was free. I know that's not 100% accurate, but it's just really complicated to kind of figure that out. So the cards that I actually picked up like on eBay or Instagram or at a card show came to a total of $70. So I did actually buy the Jackson Holiday at the Louisville Card Show for $30. I bought the LeBron Select Courtside for $20, again at a show. And then I also picked up the Wembanyama Elevate Mosaic for $10 at a show. And then I also did pick up the Scoot Henderson at a show. So all the cards that I bought actually did come from the local Louisville show. And again, that totaled $70. And so you go back to our profit on the submission of $250, and then you got to take out the $70 for cards that I actually bought, and that leaves you with a grand total of $180 profit. So I guess the question is it worth it to send cards to PSA? And The answer is sometimes yes, sometimes no. I think you're gonna win some, obviously, you're gonna lose some. I think it just comes down to you kind of have to win more than you lose. And then you also have to be very, very careful about the cards you send in. I did send in a lot of like pretty low end stuff, and a lot of the stuff I think I probably wouldn't send in again. The Topps composite stuff and the Topps chrome stuff, I think the values really, you know, a week or two after that stuff came out, the prices really tanked. And on the low end stuff like the CJ Stroud base, the Anthony Richardson, if those didn't get 10s, if those were 9s, I think it's pretty safe to say I would have lost money on this submission. So this one did end up being worth it. I mean, it's $180 profit. I got to, you know, the cards that I actually sold key basically paid for the cost of the submission plus some. And then, you know, obviously I sold some on eBay and Instagram, but I basically got to keep 3 of my favorite cards from the submission for free. And then the submission was paid for, and I made $180 profit on top of it. So the answer is absolutely, this was definitely worth it. And that's also not to mention these 2 cards that I will be throwing in the Black Friday stocking stuffer packs. So there's a little bit of extra profit there as well. So yeah, worth it to me for sure. But again, I think it comes down to you just have to win more than you lose. And you also have to be very, very careful with what you send in, especially right now. But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up. Hope you guys did enjoy. And again, I am gonna do a giveaway on this video. So I did find a slab mag. This is a PSA slab mag, and it is a gold one. So I figured since I'm doing a PSA related video, let's give away a PSA slab mag. So if you're interested, as always, be a subscriber, like the video, leave a comment, and you are in. Again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you soon.